Hi everyone, I'm Katie de Jong at Whispering Heart. My plan is to post 2 short videos each week on topics that I really hope will help you in finding and living your calling. Today's video is on the topic of fear and your inner gremlins. Now, this is something that comes up a lot in the people I'm working with, and I also struggle with it a lot myself, and so I thought it was a good one to tackle for this time of the year, especially because being January, it's the time of year when lots of people are thinking about their plans for the year ahead. They're thinking about the goals and accomplishments they'd like to achieve. And one really good way of overcoming your fear of getting your work into the world is to have a really compelling vision for the year ahead. It's to try to think of something that's really, really exciting, that really lights you up, and that if you could accomplish that by the end of the year, you would just be one super happy person. So think about that vision and make it something really, really exciting. If it's not exciting, then it's not likely to bring up the fear for you. But if it's something that's super exciting, you really, really want to accomplish, then it's inevitable that fear will come up. And I've just finished reading a book by Jenny Blake called Pivot, The Only Move That Matters Is Your Next One. And she's got a great quote in there about fear and how when we have a compelling vision, it's normal that we get a lot of fear coming up as a result. She says, "The fears that ride in on the coattails of an invigorating vision are a good sign. They're a signal that you're approaching something meaty enough to challenge you and that you are squarely in your stretch zone." So fear is a good thing. First of all, we need to recognize that if you're feeling a lot of fear, that means you're about to stretch yourself and you're in the zone where you get maximum growth and opportunity. So firstly, you need to make sure the vision is exciting enough that it will make you want to take those first steps and really invigorate you and motivate you towards that vision. Now, what to do with the fear that comes up in the process? Remember the old Cherokee tale that's quite famous about how everybody has 2 wolves inside of us. We have the wolf of fear and the wolf of love. And which wolf is the one that wins is the one that you feed. And the same goes here. If you feed your fear by focusing on what could go wrong, you're likely to get yourself in a downward spiral, thinking about all the things that could go wrong if you decide to put yourself out there. On the other hand, if you feed the joy, the excitement, the anticipation, keep focusing on what it is you really, really want to achieve and how good that's going to feel. If you can imagine yourself being there, having done it, having accomplished what you really, really wanted to do and how good that feels, then you're feeding those emotions and drawing yourself in that direction. One of my favorite mentors, Gina Gabellini, has a great game that she calls the what if up. So rather than thinking, what if this happens and you spiral down, how about spiraling up and think, wouldn't it be really cool if this happened? And then wouldn't it be really cool if that then happened? And start brainstorming all the really good things that could happen from you following your goals. So it's not something we're used to doing. We're used to spiraling down, but if you can really train your mind to start thinking big and start thinking about possibility of what could go really right. Now, the next tip I have for you is on asking yourself, what will you miss out on, or what will your people miss out on if you don't step up and get your work into the world this year? There are so many good things that can come out of you moving forward with your work. And what are you going to miss out on if you don't do that? And more importantly, what are the people that you're here to serve going to miss out on if you don't step up? I work with one girl who's an extremely good organizer. It's her natural strength, it's her genius. She is just good at walking into a situation of chaos and disorder and turning it around into structure and action. She is here to serve people whose life is in so much disorder they can't move forward. She's here to help them sort themselves out, get some structure, and do all the things they need to move forward. What if she doesn't get out there and help those people? They'll stay stuck. So I like to help people to focus on who and what are going to miss out if you don't step up this year. That's another great way to overcome your fear. And finally, the author Liz Gilbert says that fear is always going to be there, no matter what. It's a natural companion to our lives. The important thing is to, rather than try and push your fear away, is to embrace it and say, hi, I know you're here. I welcome you, because what we resist persists. So rather than resisting your fear, bring it in, say, come and take a seat next to you and make friends, make peace with your fear. But just tell it that you are the one driving. You've got your hands on the steering wheel. The fear is welcome to come along for the ride, but it's firmly seated in the passenger seat. You are the one in control of your direction and your life. So make peace with your fear, get yourself invigorated by your goals, and let me know if you have any other ideas or how this works out for you if you follow some of these tips. Thank you so much, and if you'd like to know more, please go to www.katiedeyong.com at Whispering Heart Coaching. Thank you. Bye-bye.